Today, Natalie is going to speak with us about 8 tips to handle criticism. These tips will help us to learn better ways to handle criticism. So please welcome Natalie Aronstein and 8 tips to handle criticism again. All yours.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. We all have been confronted with criticism at one point in our lives or another. I hope my 8 tips today will help you not to better understand criticism, but be more prepared and responsive to it. It helps to not personalize criticism, but rather to try to handle it in the best way possible and learn from it. Everyone has to deal with all types of criticism. How you handle it and what you learn from it makes the difference. Whatever side of criticism you are on. Have you ever been criticized? Some people can be rude and nasty when being critical, and those times are when you need to be more careful on how you handle it. If you speak in a calm, respectful manner, you're more likely to have a better communication and not feed into the negative criticism. If you see that person who's being critical is not being reasonable, then perhaps the best thing you can do is suggest you speak about it another time. By responding in a mature, measured way, you will much more likely have a better experience with criticism. Sometimes the person that is being critical with you is doing so in ways that are more about themselves than you. Here are my 8 tips on how to handle criticism. 1, don't take it personally. You need to have thick skin to be able to handle criticism. Maybe the criticism came from your boss, coworker, family, etc. Try not to let it get under your skin. You have to learn how to let things go easily and move on to more important things. 2, don't react so quickly. If somebody criticizes you in a way you do not like, try not to react, but rather find a way to respond and acknowledge what that person is trying to tell you. You might find a valuable tool for self-improvement or learning something new from what the person is telling you. 3, try not to hold any grudges. We need to be measured with our emotions, even if a colleague or relative speaks in a tone of anger or takes on a negative attitude towards you in a way you do not like. By being the better person and not holding any grudges, you will be the better person. 4, move on and move forward. Don't get stuck, wrapped up on the criticism. Try to learn from it and apply what you have learned and move forward. 5, recognize negative patterns. Understanding what happens to you when someone is being critical will help you cope better and stay focused, for instance, with regards to reading emails that sound like somebody is being critical of you. Keep in mind that sometimes the sender does not realize it, how negative he or she sounds. So try to keep this in mind as well when sending emails that can seem overly critical or negative. 6, stay calm. When handling somebody that's being critical of you, try to stay calm and don't react. 7, smile. Smile. By smiling each time you're being criticized, you'll feel better about yourself and will help you to be in a better mood throughout the day. Remember, smiling is contagious. 8, finally, 8, listen and give your full attention to the criticism and learn all you can from it. By listening carefully to the person who is criticizing you will help you better understand what you're saying, and by not responding right away will help with your communication. So we all know at one time or another, we will be confronted with criticism. I hope my tips have helped you to not only better understand criticism, but be more prepared and responsive to it. It helps to not personalize criticism, but rather to try to handle it in the best way possible and learn from it. Everyone has to deal with all types of criticism, but how we handle it makes a big difference in our lives. I hope my tips and information help you to better understand criticism. Oh, also I wanted to add, regarding criticism, I looked up, did some research on my criticism tips, and I have some quotes. I found this on criticismquotesfinestquotes.com. And Walt Disney mentioned, "We are not trying to entertain the critics. I'll take my chances with the public." Walt Disney. Dale Carnegie, "Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, but it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving." And my last quote I would like to share with you all this afternoon is from Donald Rumsfeld. "Know that the amount of criticism you receive may correlate somewhat to the amount of publicity you receive." So that's something to think about. Thank you.